more is not necessarily more when it comes to makeup. And I feel like everyone's really excited about this launch, but I'm kind of like, really? Are we really that excited for this? Those are shimmery. I think that this is definitely a product that I'm gonna have to go in stores and like swatch and feel, you know? That's a maybe for me. These look amazing, and I cannot imagine how like messy that's gonna get inside of the cap. So truthfully guys, I wasn't planning on filming this video quite yet. I did want to wait another like week or so to film it, but I feel like every single brand has been announcing launches, and it's just kind of getting to a point where it's a little overwhelming and getting a little antsy on talking about my thoughts on them and if I'm going to be purchasing these things or if I'm even interested in them. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be talking about new product launches, my thoughts, if I'm going to purchase them, if I'm kind of undecided. I just recently posted a huge makeup declutter series on my channel, and in doing that entire thing with my experience, I have learned that I have a lot of makeup. With seeing all of these new makeup releases, I get that same serotonin of seeing a new, like, I gotta have it type of product, you know what I mean? But I'm also kind of more weary and taking a step back and being like, wait, do I actually need this, or is the marketing just really getting me? So we're gonna kind of go through and decide if these are things that, one, you guys may want to see me talk about, two, they're products that actually will fit into my current makeup routine and in my collection in general, and three, if I think it's just kind of like a scammy product. So most of the makeup launches are going to be coming from Trend Mood 1's Instagram account, as well as Makeup on Your Radar. These are the two that I'm seeing the most post about like new products. So I'm looking on Trend Mood's Instagram, and I'm gonna scroll down to where we kind of left off in the last video where I was talking about if I was going to purchase or pass on products. Man, there is so much. I feel like this video is going to be pretty long. First off, I want to talk about NYX ButterMelt blushes. These have already launched. However, they're not like fully launched yet. They're on NYX's website. They're on Ulta, but I have yet to see them in stores. I'm pretty sure that they're already rolling them out in Ultas, but not necessarily like Targets and CVS and Walgreens and stuff. So I really like this NYX ButterMelt formulation. I bought the bronzer and I love the bronzer. I love how it's more of a rosy tone and it's a little bit more of a shadow contour bronzer combination. They're super buttery, super pigmented. You got to be very, very careful with it. Now, talking about the actual blushes, they did come out with a pretty large range here, but just peeking at the shades, I feel like all of these are very bright pops of colors that I wouldn't necessarily be reaching for these days. If anything, the shade that I'm kind of eyeing is the shade Feeling Butter, which is described as a warm, glowy terracotta. And I've actually seen some people swatching this. Even this shade seems like it's a little bit much for my taste in blush. Right now, I'm really into like the Barely There type of blush because I have experience with the bronzers. Now, maybe I'll feel differently when I see them in stores and I'm like able to swatch them and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna be purchasing these. I think maybe Feeling Butter, maybe For the Butter. I used to do this thing where if I really liked a formula, I would buy it in multiple shades because I like the formula so much, and then I would just never touch those other shades because I didn't make the connection in my head that I love the formula with the shade, you know what I'm saying? So I should just use that product up enough because I was kind of like greedy with it. Like some shades would just look better on me and the formula worked for me at the same time. So I'm trying to remember that more is not necessarily more when it comes to makeup. You know, I'm trying to do this mind shift thing and it's taking a little bit of practice, but I'm getting there. All right, so these new Benefit lip tints, they're the Plush Tints and Splashtint. Now, I've been seeing these kind of creep around on my feed. I've seen these posted. They're already available, and I swatched some of the shades actually when I went to Ulta the most recent time that I had gone, and these are beautiful. They look super cute, and the shade that I'm most interested in is in that Splashtint formula. So the Splashtint formula is a dewy lip tint, kind of like a lip stain type of thing. And then the plush tint is going to be a matte lip tint, sort of like a lip blush, like that very moussey, creamy type of formula. And the one I'm most interested in is the Splashtint formula, and it's in the shade Coco Cabana. I think the formula is a nice plushy dewy tint. It really reminds me of K-Beauty, Asian makeup in general. Like, it's giving that same glossy tint. Even their marketing, you know, like even their marketing photos look identical to Asian beauty brand photos, like super up close, very juicy, kind of pouty lips. But where I'm really stuck is you can purchase these same sort of formulations from Asian brands at like a fraction of the price. Like the Peri Para Ink Mood Glowy Tints, those you can find for less than $10. The Clio Gleam Tints or Glass Tints. There's so many Asian makeup brands that have the same sort of products. And I get it, like the availability of them, it's not as easy. I definitely think if I did not already own a bunch of products that are very similar to these, I would have definitely already bit the bullet and purchased them. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on those, but I cannot say if I did end up getting them, I wouldn't love them. Kylie Cosmetics came out with powder blush sticks. Now, I'm just going to say right off the bat that I don't really have any interest in purchasing from Kylie Cosmetics. Their products look great, but they also are nothing special to me. Like, it's kind of the same thing, you know what I mean? Except for like with the Kylie name on it. They sound really interesting because they are a cream to powder formulation, which is ideal for someone that has oily skin like I do. I love a cream product. You guys know that is how I like to like lay the foundation before putting on any powders on top. And it seems like this would be more long lasting on the skin than something that stays a little bit more hydrated. I don't know, there are more brands out there that I would prefer to give my money to right now. The OUAI St. Barts Hair and Body Mist. So I saw this come out, and my friend Lauren May Beauty here on YouTube, she loves the St. Barts scent. She was talking about it whenever we were at our Creators and Friends trip, and I was curious enough to purchase the small size of the scalp and body scrub, and I love it. I love the scent. Now, I will say that it does feel like a very seasonal scent for me. Like, it definitely seems like something that I would be more gravitating towards during the spring and summertime. But there's something about the scent that is very clean and light while also being tropical, because I find with tropical type of fragrances, they are typically more fruity, and with fruity scents on me, it just doesn't smell great. Like, they tend to turn really sour, and then usually they end up giving me headaches. But the St. Barts scent has a little bit of an uplifting floral in it, you know, and it also has that like coconutty sunscreeny thing without being like obvious sunscreen. And the thought of having this as a hair mist, like after you freshly wash your hair, you lotion up your body, you spray the mist all over, something about it sounds divine. So actually today I went ahead and made my purchase. I was waiting to see it in stores and like smell the mist and spray it, you know. I went to Sephora the other day and I was looking for it, but they didn't have it yet. I was like, should I just wait or should I just buy it online? And I was already making a purchase, so I went ahead and I bought it online. Everyone so far is giving it rave reviews, saying that it smells exactly like the existing St. Barts fragrances or St. Barts products. So that's very, very promising. So I have no doubt that I'm going to really like this one. Okay, the Natasha Natasha Denona's HY-GLAM powder. I feel like Natasha Denona has been coming out with products pretty frequently recently, and this one is really interesting to me because it is a complexion product, and I have been delving more into pressed powders lately. I just recently received the Laura Mercier Ultra Blur setting powder, the pressed version, and I liked it enough to buy the loose version. I've been really interested in powder foundations, and I'm very interested in the Natasha Denona one. However, $55. Ugh, that's so expensive. That's so expensive. You know what I mean? It says that it's 0.44 ounces. Okay, I just checked, and this one is 0.23 ounces. And then the Charlotte Tilbury one is 0.28 ounces. Okay, I take back what I said. The Natasha one is double the size. So, maybe I'm more interested now. $55 still, though. That is crazy expensive to me. I mean, is that normal for powder foundations at this point? It might be. I don't like it. I don't like that price. I do like their shade range though. Natasha Denona usually comes out with pretty good shade ranges, it looks like, when it comes to complexion. I'm not super versed when it comes to Natasha Denona. I've just recently started to like delve into their line, you know what I mean? But I still have my Charlotte Tilbury powder. I just got those Laura Mercier pressed powders. Now mind you, those are not foundation powders, they're just setting and finishing powders, you know what I mean? But I also still have my Makeup Forever foundation powder that I'm like reintroducing myself to. So I don't know, I should probably pass on it. If the price was lower, I'd probably try it out, I'm not gonna lie. So the Armani Luminous Silk Cheek Tints. This one's exciting for me. You guys know I love my cream blushes, my liquid blushes, and actually Armani reached out and they are going to be sending these to me, so I'm like, oh yes, I'm so excited. But I was already eyeing some of the shades here. The ones that I was most interested in were Rosy Peach shade 50.5 and Delicate Mauve shade 62. Recently, I'm finding that I really like mauve tones on my skin because they kind of give me a little bit of color, but they're also more muted. So again, it's giving me sort of like that veil of color that I've been really into recently. There's something about a mauve tone that's like really tickling me right now. These say that they're hydrating, blends seamlessly, and they're also buildable. And this one, from what I've seen, kind of looks like the pigmentation is going to be similar to the Say Do blushes. I don't think that they're going to be the same formulation, but I do think it's going to give you like kind of that same coverage. I will let you guys know. I'm probably going to do like a little video on it. The Kaja Love Blurs, the semi-matte blurring lip balms. So recently, of course, you guys know we have been seeing a lot of glossy balms when it comes to like tinted balms, you know what I mean? Like that come in that traditional stick balm formula. And these say that they're semi-matte. It says they're moisturizing and nourishing, natural tints of color, skin-loving ingredients. They're $18, and these look like they're actually pretty pigmented. I love that it looks like it gives you a really thin veil of hydration, but overall you can tell like it's supposed to be kind of like this semi-matte, like they say. And I really like the colors that they came out with. On the swatches, they look really similar, but on the actual lip swatches, they look very different to me. So the one I'm interested in the most is, of course, Affection, which is described as a burgundy brown. So these Kaja lip balms are definitely something that I'm planning on picking up. I might pick up at least one, maybe two shades, depending on how the formula actually feels on the lips, you know? I really think that Kaja products need to be talked about more because they are an actual Asian makeup brand that is attainable for us, you know? Like they're sold at Sephora, they're sold at Macy's. Maybe people don't talk about it because the products, like the packaging looks a little bit more, I don't know, for lack of a better term, maybe juvenile, but for me, I think it's really cute. Call me crazy. Okay, the new Gisou lip oils, has this been confirmed? I think it has. So they're supposed to be coming out with 5 new shades. See, they haven't announced it, and it seems like they're still pushing the last launch of the tinted lip oils. I didn't end up buying any of the shades. I was very on the fence. I wanted to get the orange tinted one, but there was something that I was like, do I really need it, or is it just being talked about, you know? So I was kind of waiting it out, but I'm seeing these tinted lip oil leaks or sneak peeks or whatever it may be, and there's some browns in here, guys, that I'm like, if this is real, you're coming home with me. There's a caramel pretzel shade, which is kind of like this reddish milk chocolatey brown, and then we have a deeper sort of mocha brown. Oh, it's called mocha fudge. These I may have to pick up. I do like the Gisou lip oil formula, but it's definitely not a long-lasting lip oil. It is the most true oil texture product when it comes to a lip oil, you know what I mean? Oden's Eye actually came out with new Jewel Shine shades. They came out with some mattes, and they also have some multi-chromes and shimmer eyeshadows. I purchased some of these. I made a pretty big order. So I handpicked like the mattes that I wanted and the multi-chromes, but I did buy all 12 of the single shimmer eyeshadows, and you guys, half of them came broken. Oh my gosh. But I did reach out to Oden's Eye. I sent them pictures of the broken shadows, and they are sending me replacements. So thank you so much, Oden's Eye. But these, when I saw the photos, like the marketing photos, as well as my friends that were receiving them in PR, I was like, what the hell? Like, these are so beautiful. When you think that they cannot come out with any more beautiful multi-chromes and duochromes and glitters and stuff, they always do it. They're gorgeous, they're buttery, they're pigmented. I find that a lot of these shades, especially more of these iridescent shades, look gorgeous as like a little pop of color on the eyes. Like if you put it on the inner corner or if you put it right in the center, it's such a great way to use color. Indie makeup brands, I'm telling you guys, they do eyeshadows the best. The best. The Colourpop Precious Metals collection. So I saw this, right? And I feel like everyone's really excited about this launch, but I'm kind of like, really? Are we really that excited for this? Okay. It's beautiful, right? Like the shades they came out with in that mega palette, gorgeous, wearable. You're gonna wear more than half of these shades if you get it, especially if you like neutral tones. And the Jelly Much shadows, they look metallic, they look vibrant. I love a good Jelly Much shadow. I talked about that in my eyeshadow declutter video. I'm loving my Jelly Much eyeshadows. And I think it's a really good variety. Like they really hit the gold, the silver, the rose gold, you know. If I were to buy something from this, it would probably be one or two of the Jelly Much shadows because they look vibrant and the shades look gorgeous. But I'm realizing, going through like all of my makeup collection, actual yellow golds as eyeshadow products on me, I don't really like it. I feel like it makes my complexion look weird. Like I like something a little more champagne gold, you know what I'm saying? But not like straight up yellow gold on me. I feel like it just makes my skin tone look a little bit too yellow. I play with the idea of a silver, but I also have some powder silver shadows. I don't need a mega palette with these shades because I have these shades lying around in different palettes, you know? And if you tend to have a lot of Colourpop eyeshadow palettes, you most likely have shades that are very similar to what's in this. I would recommend this if you don't have tones like this though, because I feel like the Mega Palette is a good mix of warm tones and cool tones without leaning one way or another too much. But you know what I did buy from Colourpop? I bought some of the Pokemon collection. I did. I had no intentions on buying it, honestly. I saw them online and I was like, cute. And then I saw it in Ulta stores and I was like, super cute. So I did buy all three of the Super Shock shadows. They were beautiful and they're also so different. I just decluttered all of my orange tone palettes. This one, when I saw swatches and when I did my own swatches, it kind of gives me rose gold orange vibes. So it's a little bit more wearable from what I can tell. I bought the Pokeball lip mask. This is interesting to me because it says that it's a berry scent, but it smells straight up like cake to me. Not even berry cake. Like it smells like a warm sugar cake to me. Am I wrong? You guys let me know. But I had to buy the Pokeball and I'm glad that they came out with a lip mask when it comes to the Pokeball and not like a random glitter gel or something that I would never use, you know? And then the last thing I got was the Pikachu pH lip balm. I really wanted the Jigglypuff one. That one was so cute, but I went with Pikachu because even though the swatches of these look very similar, once the pH level like changes and it changes into like a pink tone, the Jigglypuff one is like a brighter pink and the Pikachu one is a little more of a warm pink, but I don't know how much of a difference it would make on the actual lips, but I still went with the Pikachu one regardless. That collection, honestly, my intention of getting it was for having the collection. I'm not even gonna lie, but these definitely felt like collector's items for me, kind of like a little treat, you know, like a little fun nostalgic treat. The Sol de Janeiro limited edition summer collection. I smelled these in stores at Sephora. I was very excited for Summer et More. It has notes of orange flower and creamy almond. That sounds so good, right? And then the green one. The green one is peach skin and coconut milk. Sounds fresh, sounds great. The green one did not sit well on my skin. I sprayed it in stores and it kind of got to that like weird sour scent to me. So I was like, all right, no. And the purple one, I liked it enough, you know, like it smelled really good and you could smell like the hint of almond in there, which I thought smelled lovely, but it smells so similar to their last release to me. That one says it's a sugared violet, vanilla orchid, and sandalwood scent, but that one I would say smells slightly warmer than this new summer collection, and I couldn't justify getting it when I just bought number 59, you know, and it was one of those that I just kept going back to, and I was finally like, I'm gonna get the mini, and I'm glad I did because I really like it. It's such a beautiful vanilla scent. I think I'm really liking vanilla scents lately, guys, which is such a weird discovery for me because I never used to like them like that, but I think I'm good on the body mists because I bought the OUAI one and then I have number 59, so I think I'm good. The E.L.F. JellyPop collection, you guys, it's back. It's back for the summer. When I went to Ulta and I bought the Colourpop Pokemon collection, right next to it was the E.L.F. JellyPop collection, and I was like, I'm excited. So I did buy the JellyPop Dew Primer whenever it restocked like a couple months ago on their website. I did get it then. So I actually only picked up the glow stick and the lip oil. Now the lip oil, you guys, it looks beautiful. So it reminds me a lot of the brand new Fenty Fuchsia Gloss Bomb, you know, that they came out with recently. But this one is only $8. I actually have it right here. This smells like fresh watermelon juice. I really like it. It smells like, you know, when you have a little bit of the rind and the actual watermelon. Now it's not as shimmery as it looks in the actual container. Just like the lip oils from E.L.F., it is more on the sheer side. You do see a little bit of the shimmer, but it's not anything that is overpowering. Like it's not like super opaque glitter in there. If anything, it just looks like it adds a little bit of a shine, which is really nice, but you won't be disappointed if you like that formula. I've talked about this a little bit in like a short video. This formula is interesting to me because I like how it feels when you initially put it on the lips, but then it kind of has this weird like film feeling on it. It's nothing uncomfortable, but it's also not like my favorite lip oil to sit on my lips. I don't know how to explain it. I still bought it because I love the scent of these. I love the scent of the Dew Primer, and there's something so exciting about them relaunching this because people were asking for this for years after they discontinued the primer, so I'm happy it's back. NARS is coming out with a Seductive summer collection. They come out with a summer collection every summer, it seems like. Their limited edition packaging though, mainly because it's not that soft touch matte packaging, you know? And this one looks like it's a beautiful like bronzy tone and the colors look great. But again, I have a lot of makeup that looks like it's gonna be similar, and the only thing that I'm like really interested in may be these shadow sticks. Now these shadow sticks are matte shadow sticks, and I'm thinking maybe these would be a good shadow base, you know, or like a one and done. Like the shade Oblivion looks like a really good one, or if I'm looking for like a primer, like an eyeshadow primer, Adults Only looks good, especially for my skin tone. I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence on it. I think that this is definitely a product that I'm gonna have to go in stores and like swatch and feel, you know? That's a maybe for me. Okay, the Tarte Plumping lip oils. Are we surprised that they came out with the new Maracuja lip little stick thing? I will give it to Tarte though, when they know a product is working for them, they milk it. They really milk it. And I don't hate that for them, because if something's working, keep doing it. You know what I mean? So they're coming out with these new lip oils. They are $26. I actually think these are already out. It says it's supposed to smooth and reduce the appearance of lip lines, 15 plus oils and 10 plus superfruits, nourish for smoother, plumper, juicier looking lips. 12 shimmers and 11 high shine finishes. They kind of look like they're more sheer. You can still kind of see the lip lines. Is that what I'm seeing? Didn't they just say it blurs your lip lines? It kind of looks like it sinks in a little bit. Whoa, those shimmers are real shimmery. I don't know if I would wear those by themselves. Maybe as like a lipstick topper. Those are shimmery. Either way, I don't think I'm gonna buy these, mainly because that applicator looks like a disaster. You know, they've been coming out with the same type of units for these types of products, like the clicky pen type of thing, and you can't really do that with a lip oil because it's gonna be a liquid. So they do have the sponge tip, like the little ball sponge tip. When I first saw the pictures of these, I was like, what is that? Why does it look like a bubble? And I cannot imagine how like messy that's gonna get inside of the cap. And I feel like there's just so many lip oils now that I don't need to run out and buy this one. The M Cosmetics Lip Mage Tinted Serums. I got 2 of them, okay? I already bought these. These came in today, and it's actually what I'm wearing on my lips right now. I'm wearing this shade Mirage, topped with one of my Kaja lip oils. This is in Grape Glow Teeny. I did a light layer of this, and then I topped it with this to make it even more shiny, because I found putting this on, if I layered it, it got really shiny, really beautiful, like what I wanted. But the color of this is a little bit darker than what I wanted for this look, so I just wanted it for the color. I blotted it and then did that. That's the reason why, not because they're not shiny. They are shiny. But I got this shade, which is described as a brown nude. For me, this kind of looks more like a dark mauve. And then I got the shade Ember, which is described as a terracotta nude. These feel beautiful. They're water-based serum, soft satin dewy finish. I like it. I think it looks good. It's not emphasizing my lip lines. It doesn't give me a weird filmy feeling that some glossy lip tints can like sort of give you, you know? And my biggest selling point, I was like, ooh, K-beauty, like Asian makeup. $22, that's not a surprising price tag for M Cosmetics. They are more up there when it comes to their pricing, you know? But I will say that lip products from M Cosmetics have always been a hit for me. I love their formulations when it comes to lip products. They do them so well. The Say Do Bronze. I got it. I bought it whenever it came out at Sephora stores. I have swatched it already. I did a little reel and TikTok on it, and I'm also about to post a reel and TikTok on like my first impression of it. Spoiler alert for you guys, in case you don't want to go watch those. Same exact formulation as the Dew Blush. So if you like that formulation, which you guys already know, I love that gel cream formulation. It is so good. You're gonna like this. It's buildable, it's not patchy, it gives you great pigmentation, it dries down really well, wears under powder well, and tops powder really well. It's great. I got the shade Swim. I was a little bit between Spritz and Swim, but I got Swim, and I'm glad I did because this one is a little bit more like neutral toned. The OUAI and Tower 28 collaboration. OUAI is just like coming out with St. Barts left and right now, and Tower 28, their collabs are always the best, so I'm kind of here for it, honestly. If this body mist is not enough, like it doesn't give me enough of that St. Barts craving, even then though, I might get it. Honestly, I think it's really smart that they came out with a clear gloss, especially for this collaboration, because we're at a point now with the Milky Lip Jellies where Tower 28 has an extensive line, and if they want a collaboration to sell well, they have to think of what the consumer may still want. OUAI products, what are their hair care, right? So they can't necessarily bank on every single one of the OUAI consumer to want like a makeup product. So what can they come out with that's a little more versatile? A clear lip gloss, because they can use it for their already existing favorite lipstick, you know, and just add a little gloss to it. Beautiful. They can use it for hydration just on your lips, you know, but they also get that OUAI collab. I think it was the smartest move for them to go with a clear gloss. Some people are like, really? It's just a clear gloss? No, guys, you got to think like what the marketing tactic on this was, and I think it was brilliant. So good. So another Natasha Denona leak. This says it's a leak, but honestly at this point it's been announced. It's the new Golden collection. So she's coming out with an eyeshadow palette, a cheek trio, and a glimmer gloss. Like I said earlier, I feel like yellow golds are just not my journey right now. So I'm going to be passing on this. It looks beautiful, but in the last couple of months, I did just purchase the I Need a Nude palette. The I Need a Nude palette for me really redeemed the brand's eyeshadows when it comes to, what is the HY-GLAM one and done eyeshadow palette that I did a video on. I wasn't crazy about that palette. I actually like really disliked that palette, but the I Need a Nude palette was so much better. It was buttery, pigmented, the shimmers out of this world. So I feel like I am very happy with that palette currently, and it has colors that I would probably reach for more than the Golden collection. It looks gorgeous though, so if these are tones that you like and maybe you don't own a Natasha Denona palette just yet, this would be a really good option for you, because I'm saying like these shimmers, beautiful. They really remind me of like indie makeup brand shimmers. The Makeup by Mario Self Sculpt Multi-Use Bronzing and Shaping Serum. I bought this. I bought it and I'm waiting for it to come to me. I did a store-to-door, like a same-day delivery. I got the shade medium. I really love the innovation of this packaging. First of all, I think it's really cool. You get the doe foot if you like screw the top off, or you can pump it out. So depending on if you're going for something a little more targeted, you can use the doe foot, or if you want all over glow maybe, or just a larger area, you can pump it out. And you guys already know I am a huge lover of Makeup by Mario complexion products. The Soft Sculpt Skin Enhancer, that is like a holy grail product for me. I already bought a backup for it when they were having a sale on their website. I think that this is going to pair really, really well with it. And I also feel like this may be a great no makeup type of product to just add a little bronze, like add a little contour maybe. A shaping serum doesn't necessarily, I don't know what that means. I get it. They're trying to say that you can bronze and like sculpt the face, but it's just a liquid bronzer. Maybe more sheer than what a liquid bronzer may be, you know what I mean? But Makeup by Mario just gets me. They get it. They do complexion so well. So yeah, I bought it. The E.L.F. Brow Laminating Gel. This is 1000% duping the Refi gel, and for me, I could never get the Refi gel to work for me. The white flakies in my eyebrows were just atrocious. I could not get it to work, and I wanted so bad to be one of those girls that use that product, you know what I mean? Refi's marketing, just that whole clean girl aesthetic, their timing with everything, incredible. I love the innovation of the actual brow brush though. That is my favorite thing. So honestly, even if you didn't vibe with that formula and this is supposed to be a dupe, if you want that brush, it's $8, you know? Like you could just use the brush if you wanted to. Yeah, this is a good option if you already like the Refi one. Maybe you can try this out, see if it's similar. E.L.F. dupes are pretty spot on, I will say. So I have no doubt that this is going to be a great product if you already like that whole formula, that setup with the Refi one. The Fenty Hydro Visor SPF 30. This says it's a tinted day cream with SPF 10 shades. It's a refillable. They've been teasing this. They're great at teasing things, you know, like one thing after another, it seems like with Fenty Beauty. This looks beautiful, but it looks like it's going to be a tinted moisturizer, not necessarily like a sunscreen in my opinion, because when it comes to these tinted sunscreens, it's really hard to determine how much of the product you actually have to use on the skin. It seems like it's going to be very dewy. So for someone like me who wants to make sure like I use the right amount of SPF, I would have to use a lot of this product, and I don't think that that's going to sit well on my skin. So I'm curious to see. I'll still wear my usual sunscreen and then go on top of it with this product to be a complexion product. I think it would work well for that. It only has 10 shades, so I'm expecting this to be very sheer. Like this is supposed to be skincare pretty much. I mean, it is coming from Fenty Skin, not Fenty Beauty. The Lawless Cream Blushes. These look amazing. So I love Lawless. I love their lip glosses, incredible. Their lip balms, so good. When I saw them release or like announce this cream blush line, oh, I got so excited. And these colors are, I think they're a good starting point, and I do not doubt that Lawless is going to expand their range, because they tend to do that, right? They come out with formulations and then they'll slowly roll out more and more colors. It says it's a velvety soft formula, gives you the perfect amount of playtime before it dries down. I like that they mentioned that they dried down. I like a good cream blush, And if it dries down, great. I can live with if it doesn't because I powder my face anyways, you know, but I'm really excited for these. I just love a cream blush. Like, you could sell me on a cream blush any day. Now, one that I'm like, I need to swatch this in stores, which is surprising to me, is the brand new Haus Labs, the Color Fuse Glassy Blush Bombs. The color range, beautiful, you know, like these look like gorgeous shades. They have some fun pops of color, but they also have their more nudie shades. The shade Glassy Hibiscus is looking real good to me, but I'm a little concerned about this formula for my skin tone. It says that it's a serum blush, like a stick blush, you know, and that makes me think that it's going to be a little more skincare-y, a little more hydrating, and it'll move my concealer and foundation. And typically where I put my blush, tops of the cheeks, right? But that's also where all of my freckling and acne scars are. So if I use like a cream or liquid blush product, if it doesn't mesh well with my skin, then it'll just like move all my concealer, and then you can then see all of my scarring and freckling, and I don't like that. And it looks like it might be a very, very thin, super serum-y formula. So I'm just a little bit more hesitant on this one. Usually I would jump at it. I'd be like, let's go, let's do this. But like I said, trying to change my mind here, trying to think in a different perspective and see if this is really going to be something that works for me or if I'm just buying it for the brand, you know? Okay, KOSAS just recently announced that they're coming out with new blushes. They look like baked blushes. They're $29 each. I actually never bought the baked bronzers, but I was always curious about them. I didn't buy them. I don't know why. I love the cloud set, the setting powder, you know, I love it. So good. So I'm very curious about these because I think that this is going to give me that veil of color that I really like, and it's going to be a little more sheer. Honestly, there's a lot of shades in this range that I have my eye on. Like, I don't even know how I'm going to choose. There's a couple that look very, very similar to me. Like, for instance, the shade Hype and Dreamland, they look like they'd be similar enough. The shade Adrenaline and Euphoria, like, yes, one's a little more berry, one's a little bit more mauve, but on the face, I'm kind of like, that looks like it might be a little similar. So I think I want to swatch these in store. I'm interested. I definitely am. I think maybe I'll just determine if I want one, try it out, see if I like the formula, and then go out and buy more if I want them. But yeah, they look beautiful. And I'm kind of like, dang, KOSAS, like, come on, put me on your PR list. I really want your products. I have no shame. I've been talking about KOSAS Revealer Concealer for years. The Cloud Set Powder. What else do I love? The KOSAS Brow Pop. But they're genuinely a brand that I ride for, you know? All right, guys, I think we have reached the end of the video. Those are all of the products that I am seriously considering buying or passing on. Let me know in the comments down below if you have some of the same thoughts as I do, or if you purchased some of these products already. I know a lot of these have already come out, so my video is not very timely. I apologize for that. But hopefully, if you're still deciding on if you want to buy something that's already released, maybe this has helped you. Let me know if you like these types of videos. I like creating them, and I also like to just spew my thoughts out so I can think out loud, you know, so I can decide for myself too. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this one. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.